Friends, in this video for ithought Advisor, I am going to talk to you on the topic Nifty versus your portfolio. It's very normal for investors to compare the performance of their own portfolio with the Nifty. This comes from how mutual funds present their performance. They are conditioned to have a benchmark and they are also told to give specific comparisons vis-a-vis the benchmark over different time frames. So, you find that mutual funds outperform the Nifty over certain time frames and at some times they don't outperform the Nifty. This applies to all other benchmarks, but I use Nifty because everybody is very familiar with the Nifty. Comparisons with the benchmark should be used in a constructive way. Assume that your portfolio is ahead of the benchmark. What do? Are you going to invest more money or are you going to just wait and watch? That's the first question to ask ourselves. Generally, I find that investors are more inclined to invest aggressively when their portfolio is outperforming the Nifty. Assume that your portfolio is underperforming the Nifty marginally or by a slightly higher margin. What would you do? Would you wait for your portfolio to catch up or would you use that opportunity to invest more in your portfolio? That's the second question. Most people generally show a hesitation to invest when their portfolio is not outperforming the Nifty. The question that comes to my mind is that if Nifty is so important, how many investors are actually invested in the Nifty? Generally, I find that most of the investors who actively compare with the Nifty don't invest in the Nifty. There is another observation that I have found very interesting, that the investor who invests aggressively in the Nifty actually may not outperform the Nifty. Why is that? He is often investing when the Nifty goes up and he fails to invest when the Nifty goes down. So even if you are an investor in just the Nifty, you still need to have a certain type of investment behavior. Which brings us back to the original question. If your portfolio is outperforming, what do you do? If your portfolio is underperforming, what do you do? I believe that if your portfolio is outperforming your benchmarks, then if you still have money to invest, you should invest in those parts of the market where there is some near-term underperformance. And that underperformance will get corrected over a period of time. Blindly backing outperformance more and more will make you buy into stocks or mutual funds when their valuations may be out of favor. On the other hand, buying what is out of favor would ensure that you are buying at favorable valuations. When you are underperforming the Nifty or the benchmark, it may be because of the composition of your portfolio or your choices of stocks. You need to understand why each specific investment is not performing to potential. And if you think that the factors that contribute to their underperformance are near-term and temporary, then you should actually invest more actively and aggressively when there is underperformance. That very act of showing diligence and conviction when there is underperformance seeds future outperformance. Because you did the right things in a phase of underperformance, you later get a phase of outperformance. So, merely watching will not help. This simple thing doesn't get easily conveyed to investors because they don't want to trust investment opinions when the performance is not in favor and they want to blindly trust opinions when investment performance is in favor. So, if you want to become a better investor, you need to invert this and evaluate what is being told to you when performance is not in your favor, and when performance is in your favor. You still need to understand whether you are investing in the same places or you are making something different, so that the differentiated investments you do in good times will also lead to better performance later. This is the core behavior that every investor must bring using the comparison with the benchmark. If you want to compare with the benchmark, apply yourself in this way so that your comparisons lead you to a better place, because giving money when the markets are in a higher place and giving money when the markets are in a lower place, giving money when your performance is looking better, giving money when your performance is not looking as good as you will like it. All these things only mean that you are investing in yourself. You are not giving money to an advisor. You are giving money to your portfolio. So, you have to understand that you are giving money to your portfolio in a favorable environment, or you are giving money to your portfolio to be invested in the most favorable opportunity. This is what you need to bring out as investment behavior from what your comparisons and benchmarking tells you. If you do this, I am quite certain that every one of you would be a very successful investor. You will be able to get the best out of your advisors, and you will be able to meet all your financial goals. Thank you for watching this video.